and welcome to historic Hinkle Fieldhouse. Evan Stowell alongside me, my broadcast partner this evening, Isaiah Rosner. It's the second half of a SportsLink doubleheader today. Earlier this afternoon, the Ball State Cardinals played host to their first MAC game of the year, where they fell 0-2, obviously hoping for better things over here at Hinkle. The Ball State Cardinals here for women's volleyball come in at 5-4 on the season, taking on the Butler Bulldogs, who are 2-7. Isaiah, this is going to be an exciting matchup, and there's a lot to look forward to in this one.
Oh, it sure is. What a fun one. As you mentioned, no home games so far for Ball State. Ball State 0-3. Again, in road games, 5-1 in neutral sites, so Ball State fans will hope that trend will not continue tonight. But, man, what a fun one this close to Muncie, so close that we were able to travel down here, just drive down here on I-69 after our classes were over for the day. And so what a fun opportunity to broadcast here at Hinkle Fieldhouse and broadcast that is what should be a fantastic matchup this afternoon.
And Isaiah, when you look at the Ball State Cardinals this year, they're coming at 5-4. This is going to be their 10th regular season game of the season. They haven't played at home yet. This is 9 straight road or neutral, or 10 straight road or neutral sites that they're going to be playing as you get hit by a volleyball here in warm-ups. But this is a team that haven't played at Worthen yet. Obviously, they're going to play tomorrow at home where they play Wright State. But this team, this is the closest they've had to a home game all year.
Well, I'm a little disappointed myself. Evan didn't see that one coming. Got hit right in the forehead there, but all good. A fantastic matchup here. Butler coming in 2-7 overall. They had some impressive wins over Indiana State, 2 in a row, beating them 3-0 and 3-1, and then 3 straight losses in the Grand Canyon University Classic. Some tough ones there, especially their 3-2 loss at Grand Canyon. So it should be a good matchup overall, but Ball State definitely has the majority of the momentum tonight.
They sure do. When you look at the start of the season for the Cardinals, they started off with the Florida Atlantic Invitational, where they were able to take down Seton Hall and Bryant before eventually losing to FAU. After that, they went to Kentucky for the Kentucky Invitational, where they beat James Madison, and then they played 2 really tough matches against number 7 in the country, Penn State, and number 9 Kentucky. They lost both of those in a 3-0 sweep. Then they went down to Evansville, Indiana to play in the Indiana Invitational. There they were able to take down Chicago State in a sweep and USI in a sweep, and then eventually they played Indiana, and they almost won that game, Isaiah. It was a 2-3 loss for the Cardinals, but they started off the first 2 sets, they lost, and then they won the next 2. They almost reverse sweeped Indiana, but this Cardinals team, as you mentioned, they're coming in pretty hot, and somebody in particular has caught your eye for the Cardinals. Who is that?
Well, that's going to be Sophie Ledbetter, just a freshman. The defensive specialist plays libero sometimes, but how about 135 digs already in her 29 sets played? That's 4.66 digs per set. That is higher than any Ball State player this year, higher than any Ball State player last year. And the last time a player in a season on Ball State had more digs per set was 2019, 5 years ago. Kate Avila having just 100th of a dig more at 4.67 per set. So she's been a menace on defense, particularly as a freshman.
How about for Butler, when you look at the other side of things? Anyone on the Bulldogs that's been standing out to you so far this season?
Well, that's an easy one. Abby Mash, most kills on the floor, 116 kills, 3.41%, higher than any player on Ball State or Butler. And she does a little bit of everything. Of course, you have to as an outside hitter. But, man, how about she's got 4 aces, 50 digs on the season, as well as 14 blocks, 4 of those being solo blocks. She has been a menace out here for Butler, and this is not going to be the only time you hear her name tonight.
Now let's take a look at the season that Butler has had so far this season. They started their season off against the Liscum Invite Tournament, where they lost to the number 17 team in the country, Arizona State. They followed that up with 2 straight losses to Belmont and then Lipscomb. And then they played IU Indy, and then they played Indiana State twice. They lost the IU Indy game. They won the Indiana State. They won both of their Indiana State games. They won the first match in a 3-0 sweep, and then they won the second match in a 3-1 victory. And then after that, they went over to the GCU Classic, where they lost to Pacific, Grand Canyon, and Portland State. Vibes aren't super high for this Butler camp, but this is only the 2nd season for head coach Kyle Shondell. So what can this Butler team look to take away from this game, and do you have any expectations for them?
Well, I don't think they should be too concerned yet. Kind of a rough start to the season, but went almost even last year at 13-16. As you said, only the second season for Shondell. I think it's still so early in the season that they're not going to be demoralized in any way. I mean, Big East play hasn't even started. They've got this one and 2 more before that does start. So I think they're just looking for a chance to get some good practice in, hopefully win some sets, if not the match. And I don't think anyone's too concerned so far for Butler.
Yeah, I don't think they are either, Isaiah. And when you look on the other side of things, just a year ago for head coach Kelly Miller-Phillips and this Ball State Cardinals team, they went 17-15, but that does not tell the full story, because when you look at MAC play, 13-5 in the number 3 seed in the MAC tournament, they were really able to flip the switch last season and get things rolling towards the end of the year.
They really were, but then that MAC tournament, what a disappointment for Ball State, falling to the number 6 seed Bowling Green in that one, who coincidentally Ball State soccer just lost to today, 0-2. But yeah, had that 3 seed, really looks good, 11-1 on the home floor, which again, they haven't played on yet this season. But I think Ball State's looking for some vengeance this year. They really feel like they can win the MAC. And it starts with games like this. I mean, this isn't a MAC opponent yet, but you have to take care of these opponents if you're going to be in serious contention for conference play.
Yeah, and then Isaiah, for the Cardinals, we talked about this on the drive down here. We mentioned some of those key leaders from last year, Marie Plitt, Haven Gates, both of them out of the lineup this year as they've both gone on and graduated. So for this Cardinals team, are there a couple players who you think they're ready to step up, they need to step up to kind of fill those leadership roles?
Well, Megan Wilonsky, I feel like already kind of has leading the team in aces. Of course, she's the setter as well, so easily in the team lead for assists. But yeah, I think the team respects her. But in terms of attacking, Anaya Kennedy, just a redshirt sophomore, but age-wise, she, of course, would be like a junior. And I think she's ready to be a leader on this team. One of the top players from last year as a redshirt freshman, and leads the team in kills with 3 1/3 per set, 90 on the season. And overall, just a very fun player to watch. She learned so much from Plitt last year, plays a very similar game, and I think she can step up and be just as good as Plitt was last year in this upcoming season.
Yeah, you mentioned the 2023 MAC Freshman of the Year, 2023 First Team All-MAC. Anaya Kennedy, the redshirt sophomore, has been fantastic. And then on the other side of things, impact players for the Butler Bulldogs, who you got?
For Butler, Abby Mash is who it's going to have to be. And yeah, we mentioned her a little bit earlier with that 3.41 kills. But on the other end, Grace Bogus as well. How about that senior coming in here with 1.19 blocks per set? That's been quite the impressive stat line. More blocks per set than any other player has on Butler or Ball State. So statistically, I should say, Butler has some really strong players in here and some ones that can definitely keep up with Ball State. And 5 solo blocks for her, but that middle blocker, she has lived up to the name middle blocker. I think that's why Butler lists them as middle blockers, while Ball State calls them middle hitters, because she blocks up a storm out there, over a block per set.
Yeah, when you look at the team stats for both of these squads, something that's popped out to me, for the Cardinals, they've struggled a little bit from the service line. 71 service errors on the season to just 47 service aces. That's something that Butler's been just a little bit better at. Butler has 89 service errors, 53 service aces. They're both pretty close in that department, but I think that's going to be important for the entire game, especially considering that a lot of these players are starting to get tired. They got 3 big games coming up this weekend. Both of these teams do, where actually Ball State just has Wright State tomorrow, but Butler has a triple header coming into Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So a lot of games going to be played. It's going to be exciting, but we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the Ball State Cardinals taking on the Butler Bulldogs.
The official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Ranked number 2 in the nation station for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU Sports Link.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State sports with SportsLink Digital.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
For the best stories, access, and coverage of Ball State sports, follow SportsLink on social media platforms Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Search at BSU SportsLink.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is SportsLink Digital.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday. Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
And welcome back here to Hinkle Fieldhouse. Evan Stowell, Isaiah Rosner on the call as we have our starting lineups to get to this evening. Hyundai Smith starts for the Cardinals along with Kendall Barnes, Sophie Ledbetter, Megan Wolanski, the setter, Cameron Wise, and Carson Tyler and Madison Buckley. Over on the other side of things for the Bulldogs, Cora Taylor, Jersey Lawyer, Abby Mash, Leia Ebo, Grace Bogus, Elise Ward, and Destiny Cherry get the start. It's a rowdy atmosphere in here, Isaiah. It's crosstown rivals. There's a lot of excitement in this one, and we're about to get underway.
There certainly is. I mean, some of these players, I'm sure, know each other. That's one of the fun things of being so close. People that went to the same high schools, the same colleges. Well, I'd have to fact check the high school thing, but they're living in the same area. And what a fun matchup. Ball State, Butler, the two B schools in Indiana. What a great pre-conference matchup here. Women's volleyball, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. And Isaiah, someone who got a lot of cheers in those starting lineups, especially for the Cardinals, considering they don't play on Butler, was Sophie Ledbetter, the freshman from Fishers, Indiana, not too far from here. She has a giant cheering section here, and she gets her first start, does the freshman libero. Getting ready for set number one, and we will get underway here in just a moment. Looks like Megan Wolanski will start us off here for the Cardinals. She gets that one over. It's bumped up in the air to the outside hitter. That's number 10, Ebo. Ebo gets it in the air. It's saved over to Ledbetter. Ledbetter on the right side gets it back over. Wise free balls it. Now it's up in the air for the libero. Back over to the middle, and that's going to be out of bounds. The Ball State Cardinals take point one. That was off of the hand of Jersey Lawyer. Cardinals get on the board first.
Fantastic recovery by Ball State on that one. It really looked like they were going to not have room with the bench over there, but great job of getting that one.
Here comes the service once again. It gets into the middle of the zone. Now into the attacking zone for the outside hitter, Cora Taylor. She gets that one, but it's bumped up into the air by Wolanski. Now it's Kendall Barnes. She smacks it over, but it can't hit the floor. Back over to the opposite hitter, blocked by Cameron Wise. Now Ebo is going to have to free ball it over. Bumped up into the air. Ledbetter puts it up. Far side of the court, Madison Buckley swings it, and it goes off of the hands of Cora Taylor for a second Ball State point. 2-0 now, the Cardinals lead.
Great start for Ball State here.
Still on the service line is Megan Wolanski. Wolanski, the senior setter, gets this one over. It's bumped up to Taylor. Taylor now to the middle hitter. That's Bogus. Bogus is going to get that one down, and Grace Bogus will get the point for the Butler Bulldogs and get Butler back on the board. So 2-1 now, the Cardinals lead as the Butler Bulldogs claim their first point in this one. It'll be Lauren Evans who will be serving for the Bulldogs. Evans gets this one over. It's bumped up by Wolanski. Now to Madison Buckley. Blocked by Grace Bogus. That's a powerful move right there from the 6'4 sophomore. 6'4 senior rather. Grace Bogus gets her second point of the match. 2-2 now. Butler ties the Cardinals.
That's what she does. As I said earlier, most blocks on the team, most blocks on the floor. And now we have a serving error. Will give Ball State another point.
Yeah, that one was going to go against Lauren Evans, the freshman from Carmel, Indiana. Number 4 player coming out of the state of Indiana last year. She has already 11 service aces on the season. That one will go down as an error. Now Kendall Barnes is going to smack this one over. It's a bad bump, though, on the play. Number 16, Elise Ward, couldn't get to it, so a service ace for Kendall Barnes. And that was an excellent job right there by, I believe that's the sophomore. Barnes now gives the Ball State Cardinals a 4-2 lead. Barnes serves this one over into the middle of the zone. That one's going to go out across the line. So after that service ace, now a service error for Kendall Barnes. And that'll give the Butler Bulldogs their third point in this one. 4-3 now, Ball State leads.
I keep feeling like Ball State's getting momentum, but Butler holding it close early in this one.
Now with the serve, once again, Lauren Evans gets it over. Wolanski bump sets it. Now it's cross the court to, that looks like that's Madison Buckley, but that was off the hands of Grace Bogus. So it'll go down as a point for the Cardinals. 5-3 now the score.
Very strong set there by Wolanski. Like you said, a bump set. Not as easy to control, but perfectly up to Wise on the near side of the net, and she slammed that down. No chance for Butler.
Sophie Ledbetter with the serve. It's bumped up in the air. Now Cora Taylor free balls it over. Crafty bit of work there from the junior. Cora Taylor, the setter from Independence, Kentucky, with a smart play there, Isaiah, and she gets the Butler Bulldogs their 4th point in this one.
Yeah,
5-4 now, the Cardinals lead in set 1.
Skip pass for Cora Taylor there. Everyone was waiting for the set, and she just flicked that one over into no man's land.
Now here comes a service for Jersey Lawyer. It's bumped over. Wolanski sets it. It's going to go right over to Cora Taylor. Bad set there by Megan Wolanski. Cora Taylor just able to take advantage of that one. Bad bump there. Gets over the net, and Cora Taylor just spikes that one into the ground. 5-5 now, all knotted up here in set number 1 from Hinkle. The serve is over. There's Wolanski to set it up in the air. Now it's hit back over. It's going to go out of bounds off of, that looks like number 20, Carson Tyler, the freshman. She gives Ball State actually their 6th point as that one was able to stay in. So 6-5 now, the Cardinals lead. Good job there by the freshman.
Hey, back and forth one so far. And we've got a number of young faces, freshmen on both of these teams that could make quite the impact tonight, which we've already seen.
Now from the service line, the Cardinals get it over. It's set up in the air by Cora Taylor. Opposite hitter right there. And what a play that was by number 4. I think that was Lauren Evans who was able to, no, that was actually number 16, Elise Ward, who did a nice job to get that point. And now Butler's going to tie it back up at 6. 6-6 here in set 1. Cora Taylor at the service line gets this one over. That's going to go out, so a service error there for the Bulldogs. 7-6 now, the Cardinals will regain the lead.
I was a little nervous there. It looked like Busick may have touched that for a split second. She was definitely planning on it and then realized it was going long. Great last-second decision, and clearly she did not touch that as the Cardinals are back on top.
Yes, they are, as the Cardinals now lead 7-6. Serve is over. Bumped up in the air by Cora Taylor to the opposite hitter, Ward. Ward free balls it, but it is able to be set by Busick. Now it's hit cross court to Barnes. Barnes with a good shot, but it was saved. Now over to Ebo. Ebo can't get that one over. Set up by Ledbetter. Over to Kendall Barnes. Barnes gets it over once again. Back and forth here in the middle. Set by Wolanski. Smacked over. And once again, it's saved. A great effort there. Now back to Ward. And Ward gets that one down. So great tenacity there by the Butler Bulldogs. Gets themselves level once again. 7-7 now the score here in set 1. Good play there by Elise Ward.
Some great plays by both teams. How about Ayinde Smith in the middle of that one, somehow diving and not touching the net. I was waiting for the net violation, but she did not get a piece of it. Butler still gets the point, but great hustle play by Smith.
Elise Ward now will travel back to the service line. She gets this one over. It's set up into the air by Paige Busick. Now it's back over into the middle, and a heck of a play there from Carson Tyler as she's able to get that one to fall back down to planet Earth with plenty of time to spare. 8-7 now the score for the Cardinals.
There's another freshman having an impact. Tyler with the kill right into the floorboards.
The serve here is from Ayinde Smith. She gets this one over into the back line of the Bulldogs. Now it's hit up into the air, and that one is going to go out of bounds. That was the attacking play made there by Leia Ebo. It will not stay in, so the Cardinals will take the point off the attacking error from the Bulldogs. Ayinde Smith will stay at the service line. 9-7 the score. Smith now delivers it over. Good set there, and it's going to go cross court to Ebo. That one's going to go off the antenna. The referee waves his flag in the air. We'll see who the point's going to. They haven't decided yet.
Yeah, they gave it to Ball State.
They gave it to Ball State. It looks like head coach Kyle Shundell does not like that one for the Bulldogs. That'll be 10-7 now, the Cardinals lead. Shundell's talking with the head official here.
Well, what she's saying is exactly right. They were saying that Ball State touched it, and they did, but it hit the antenna initially. So that's all that matters. Once it hits the antenna, it's out.
Now Smith serves it over. That one's going to go out of bounds, I believe. So that point will go to the Bulldogs. A good job there of staying off that one by Asha Vogt. So the libero did a good job not touching that one. So it'll be the 8th point now for the Bulldogs. 10-8 the score. The Cardinals still lead here in set number 1 from Hinkle Fieldhouse. Asha Vogt with the delivery. That gets over. It's bumped up in the air. Now it's going to go across to Kendall Barnes. Barnes hits that off a Butler player. It looked like Bogus was trying to get the block. It's going to go out of bounds, so Kendall Barnes will get the kill, and the Ball State Cardinals will get their 11th point of the set.
Barnes with the good one so far. The spikes have been really strong from Ball State. The setting as well from Wolanski has been really strong. The thing is, Butler's been doing a good job of that as well.
And Kendall Simon now will head back to the service line. She'll get this one over. It's bumped up in the air. Cora Taylor, she sets this for the cross court. That's Ebo, and Ebo is going to slam that one back down to planet Earth. And the Butler Bulldogs cut the lead for the Cardinals to 2 now. 11-9 the Ball State lead. Butler will retake the service line. Lauren Evans will be back there for the Bulldogs. So far this season, she has 15 service aces, only 7 service errors.
She gets exactly a half per set that she's played.
Evans has a good serve. It's hit up in the air by Wolanski, back to Barnes. Barnes has this one blocked by Taylor, saved by Sophie Ledbetter, and now free-balled over by Barnes. Now it's set up in the air. Cora Taylor, cross court for Ward. Ward with a good hit there, and that's a heck of a play, actually. That's Asha Vogt, I believe it was. So really good job there by the Bulldogs. That was a well-earned point, and it's now 11-10. The Bulldogs only trail by 1.
Unfortunate there. Ledbetter almost got to that one. She was just a step behind. If she had known it was going long, she would have easily gotten that one into the air, but just not quite able to get there.
Lauren Evans with a service error here. As we talked about how good she's been this season, there's going to be service error number 9 on the year for her. And the Ball State Cardinals now regain a 2-point advantage. 12-10 is the score. Kendall Barnes will head back over to the service line. Barnes with a pretty good-looking serve here, but there's a violation before the play even started, so that's going to be a point for the Cardinals. Looks like movement on the front line there, Isaiah.
Yeah, so Butler, the whole thing with volleyball is gaming the system, trying to get, past the player that to the position you want to, and sometimes you just get a little bit too close, don't do it quite before the serve. They're watching. They'll let it go if they can't tell, but when you can tell a player left early, they're going to call that every time.
Now we see far side there. It's going to be bumped up in the air. Heck of a save by Wolanski, but it's going to fall down to earth. That point is going to be attributed to Cora Taylor, but Asha Vogt with a strong, powerful hit on the far side, or actually, no, sorry, Abby Mash, rather, with a strong hit on the far side is what caused the Cardinals some issues. 13-11 now. Ball State leads by 2. Set number 1. Here's Mash. Mash with the serve, barely gets over, hit up by Wise. Now it's going to go back over for Madison Buckley. Buckley with a powerful hit off the hands of Mash. That'll be a point for the Cardinals and a good kill there from the junior Madison Buckley.
It sure was, and Buckley hasn't gotten maybe as much playing time as I had expected this season, only starting 5 of the 9 matches, but some good stuff from her there.
Sophie Ledbetter now, the freshman, will head back to the service line. Good serve from her. Hit up in the air by Taylor. Cross court to Ward, and blocked back down by Ayunde Smith. That's a heck of a play by her. That's only block number 2. That's block 31 on the season for her. That's block number 1 of this game, Isaiah.
It sure is, and yeah, her 31st block, all but one of those being assisted blocks, and you'll get the assist on that one to Madison Buckley. They'll both get a half, or they'll both get a block on that one as they're both going up for it. So again, good things from Buckley here, and great things from Ayunde Smith, the transfer from Towson. That's a fun one, because Smith, she transfers from a much smaller school. She was there for 4 seasons. She graduated, is now a grad student here at Ball State, still has eligibility, and she comes to a bigger program and is already making a huge impact after being the star of that Towson team.
Yeah, and right now we're in the timeout here called by the Butler Bulldogs. Finally a chance to breathe, Isaiah. So far, what have you liked that you've seen from the Cardinals so far? Only a 4-point lead, but they've looked pretty good. Have you liked what you've seen from their outside hitters?
Oh, for sure. I've liked what I've seen with both teams in terms of energy, but for Ball State, yeah, great hustle all around. Now, that's easy to do in the first set, so we can't give too much credit there, but overall, very fundamental, and Wolanski with the setting. We knew she was going to be good, but I haven't seen a bad set all match. There was probably 1 or 2 that I missed, but still, Wolanski has, every set that I've seen has looked fundamental, and the outside hitters are absolutely cashing in.
Yeah, and an important stat to note, Isaiah, Ball State yet to lose a match this season where they didn't win the first set, so that's a very important statistic to keep an eye on, as they have yet to lose one this year. 15-11, the timeout is gone. Sophie Ledbetter delivers the serve. Cross court, Cora Taylor smacks it over, smacked up back up into the air, and it's going to go cross court to Buckley. Saved by Ayunde Smith, and it's going to go back to Wolanski. Wolanski sets it up. It's back to Ledbetter, cross court to Buckley. Buckley hits this one, and it's going to go off the hands of, it looked like Bogus, so it'll be a point for Madison Buckley, and the Ball State Cardinals now lead 16-11 here in set 1.
That was an interesting point. We had 3 separate overpasses where the ball went to the other side, and the team on that side hit it, and Ball State winds up with the point.
Good serve here from Ledbetter. Over to Bogus. Bogus now to Wolanski. Wolanski sets it up in the air for Smith. Smith smacks that one to the floor, and Ayunde Smith gets her 2nd kill of the set. The Cardinals now stretching their legs a bit here with a 6-point advantage. 17-11 the score. Ledbetter still continues her streak here at the service line. She'll get this one cross court. It'll be bumped up in the air for Taylor. Taylor cross court to Ward. Ward smacks it up. Good save from Wolanski. And now it's going to go back over to Tyler. Carson Tyler gets it over. Set up in the air by Taylor. Free balled over by Bogus. And it looks like a great play there from Grace Bogus. Went off speed with that hit. And the Butler Bulldogs get back on the board. 17-12 now. Cut the lead for the Cardinals down to 5.
Good point there, but what about that run by Ledbetter? And, I mean, a stat I didn't mention because it's not great. Only 2 aces to 11 service errors on the season coming into this one, but, I mean, no aces there, but still a great serving run by Ledbetter.
Now the serve over, and Ayunde Smith with a powerful slam to the floor, and that's going to be her 3rd kill of the set, but that's one with the most emphasis on it right there, Isaiah. No chance for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, right into the floorboards. One of my favorite things to say in volleyball. And, man, a middle hitter, she can kind of do it all. Blocking, she's doing what she's supposed to do. Blocking, hitting, fantastic.
18-12 now. Back on the service line is Busick. Busick gets it over. It's bumped up into the air by Taylor. Cross court to Ward. Ward smacks it down. It's saved by Tyler and then set by Wolanski. It's going to get over, and Ayunde Smith with an off-speed tap over the net there is going to get the kill. And that's going to give the Ball State Cardinals point 19 here of set number 1. They lead 19-12.
Ball State starting to pull away.
Paige Busick still at the service line. Barely gets this one over. Bump to Tyler. Tyler cross court to Ward. Ward's going to have this one go off the hands of Ledbetter, and that is going to be a point for the Bulldogs. That is another kill here for Elise Ward, who had a nice hit right there. And the Cardinals now only lead by 6. 13-19 is the Butler deficit. Now the Bulldogs at the service line. Number 3, Cora Taylor gets this over. Bumped up by Wolanski. Carson Tyler, powerful hit, and that's going to be a kill for the freshman. She's having a pretty good game already, Isaiah. Carson Tyler, the outside hitter, only 5'10". She has 79 kills on the season coming into this one. She's had a lot of playing time this year. That was a heck of a kill right there.
The passing continues to be elite from the Cardinals.
20-13 now the score, 5 points away from taking set 1. Cora Taylor up in the air, back over to Ward. Ward free balls it over, and a good overpass there from the sophomore. Once again, Elise Ward's having a pretty good game.
She really is. That's the 3rd or 4th time we've seen one of those overpasses from the Butler Bulldogs. Or skip passes, I should say. Yeah, skip pass from the Butler Bulldogs.
Elise Ward now, the sophomore, on the left part of the court here on the service line. Ward gets this one over. Bump to Smith. Now opposite to Barnes. Barnes is going to hit this one. It's going to go off the hands of Leia Ebo. So that'll be a point for the Cardinals. 21-14 now is their advantage.
Football score here from Hinkle Fieldhouse.
3 touchdowns to 2, Isaiah. Now Ayunde Smith, the grad student, is at the service line. She gets this one over. Bumped up into the air by Asha Vogt. Now it's going to go back over to Ebo. Ebo gets it over. Saved by Wolanski. Barnes opposite. Going to take a good stab at that one, but it's blocked right back towards her. Now Cameron Wise is able to get it over, and that's going to go off the hands of, it looked like that was, can't tell who that was for the Bulldogs, but it's going to be a first kill of the game for Cameron Wise, and another timeout here for Butler. 22-14 now is the score, and the Cardinals are starting to look like a lot better of a team here, Isaiah.
I saw Leia Ebo as well as Destiny Cherry there on that one, both getting their hands on it. Couldn't quite control that one, but that just speaks to the great control Ball State has, and what was a very close set at the beginning. It's starting to get out of hand as the Cardinals with an 8-point lead. It would take a lot for Butler to come back in this first set.
Yeah, and something that's interesting, Isaiah, the Cardinals choosing not to play Anaya Kennedy much today, most likely because they just want to rest her, no need to, but Anaya Kennedy hasn't played. Destiny Cherry's played a little bit, and she's actually number 19, not number 18, as listed on our shot chart. But so far for the Cardinals, it's been an interesting rotation of some experienced players, but a lot of young freshmen getting an opportunity to play some serious minutes in a set out there.
As great as this Ball State volleyball program is, it's really encouraging to see the youngsters out there getting this playing time and making the most of it. They're not just playing because they want to be developed. I mean, Elizabeth Tabling, we've talked about it. Her great stats as a defensive specialist, that is. And then Sophie Ledbetter, the even more impressive freshman defensive specialist, which with her dig stats. But yeah, and that's not it as well. Yeah, Carson Tyler, we've mentioned a few times. So that's 3 freshmen all getting significant playing time for Ball State. And as great as the team is right now, it's really fun to imagine what they could be in a few years as well.
And the timeout comes to an end, so Ayunde Smith for the Cardinals will still have it on the back right service line. Smith delivers it over the net. That's barely going to get over. It hits the net, actually, but that'll be a service ace nonetheless. That's going to be her first service ace on the season. So 23-14 now is the score.
Yeah.
And here comes Smith with another one. That one's going to get over. It's hit up by Ward. Now cross court to Ebo. Ebo gets that over. It's going to hit the antenna, though, I believe. So the point will go to Ball State. So 24-14, a 10-point advantage here in set one. And it is set point, not match point just yet. Allende Smith, that was actually her second service ace on the season as she looks to see if she can do it again. It's bumped up by Ward. Now Taylor. Taylor over to Destiny Cherry. It's knocked up by Wolanski. Kendall Barnes free balls it over. Cora Taylor into the air, up towards the opposite hitter. That's Vogt. And Vogt is not going to get the point. It's going to be out of bounds, says the official. So the Ball State Cardinals take set number one, I believe, here at Hinkle, to the dismay of the Butler Bulldogs, but that'll do it. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have set number two. Ball State leads Ball State leads 1-0. They win set one, 25-14.
Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
And welcome back here to Hinkle Fieldhouse as we get ready for set number two as the 5-4 Ball State Cardinals travel to take on the 2-7 Butler Bulldogs. Set one went to the Cardinals, and Isaiah, what did you see there in set one that stood out to you?
I saw a lot of energy from both teams to start it, and then Ball State really pulling away late. How about 4 kills for Carson Tyler? That has been one of the stories of this match. The freshman outside hitter looking fantastic. 800 hit percentage, 4 of her 5 attacks ending in kills. That's unheard of to go along with her 2 digs. But Megan Wolanski has just looked so good. We know Griffin Leonard, our very own from SportsLink, is doing a story on her as a setter and how setters don't get enough credit. Her passing has been absolutely phenomenal in this match. I can't think of a bad pass she's made.
Yeah, and I can't think of a bad way to spend a Thursday than right here at Hinkle Fieldhouse as the Cardinals go into set number 2. And it's been an exciting day here on SportsLink Digital Radio. Earlier today, we had a soccer game that started off MAC play for the Cardinals. Unfortunately, they lost 2-0 to Bowling Green, but now we get to watch a little bit of volleyball. We'll have volleyball tomorrow. Myself and Jordan Climbs will be on the call against Wright State. It's in a very exciting time if you're a Ball State sports fans. Lots of different events going on around athletics, if you would. So let's take a look at set number 1. Who got it done for the Cardinals? 4 kills for Carson Tyler, 3 for Allende Smith, 3 for Madison Buckley, 2 for Kendall Barnes, 1 for Cameron Wise. So a real wealth distribution there, Isaiah. Lots of different Cardinals getting involved, not just one person getting it done for them.
That's what you like to see. And we mentioned before the game how service aces could impact this one. Butler with some better stats on that one. Well, Kendall Barnes got her second and third of the season to give Ball State 3. Butler doesn't have any yet.
And now we will get underway here from set number 2. Destiny Cherry will do the serving. That'll get over. It'll be bumped up into the air for Wolanski. Wolanski cross to Tyler. Tyler's little free ball attempt is blocked right back down to the hardwood, and Butler will get set number 2 started the right way. They'll take a 1-0 advantage.
Well, a good start for Butler after Ball State ended that first set on a 5-point scoring run.
1-0 now the score for the Bulldogs, and once again Destiny Cherry. This time it'll be a service error, so 1-1 now, an unforced error there, and the Cardinals will knot it all up. And heading to the service line for the Cards is number 20, Carson Tyler. The Cardinals wearing their black uniforms here on the left side of the court, the white uniforms for the Bulldogs on the right. Carson Tyler now on the left side of the service line, gets it over the net, and it's going to be bumped up into the air. This one's set for the opposite hitter, Elise Ward, and Ward with a great kill once again. She was fantastic in the first set. She continues that trend as she's able to get her first kill of set number 2. 2-1 now is the Butler lead.
That's been their best offense, is those skip passes where they just hit it, set it over the net, and Ball State has had no answer for them so far.
And this serve is over. It's set up in the air by Tyler to Wolanski. Wolanski now to Ayunde Smith. Smith with a skip pass, gets it over. Now it's set by Taylor. Over to Ward once again. Ward with a skip pass, can't do anything. Ayunde Smith tries to hit it hard, but that one's going to go too far, and it'll be out of bounds. So the Butler Bulldogs will get their 3rd point now of set number 2. 3-1 now is the score.
Yeah, Butler up to a great start, kind of like set 1. So I think what Shondell's telling them is hyping them up and or maybe giving them some good pointers.
Asha Vogt now still at the service line. Gets this one over. It's set up in the air by Busick. Busick now to Wolanski. Now it's going to go to Tyler. Tyler from the back line cannot keep it in. And the Butler Bulldogs start set number 2 hot. 4-1 now is the score. They take a 3-point advantage. Still back there doing the serving is Asha Vogt. Vogt gets this one over. That one is going to hit the line, and that's going to be a service ace for Asha Vogt. That's service ace number 1 on the season. And the Bulldogs are rolling. 5-1 now the score.
Quite the mistake for Busick there. She let that one go, and that was clearly in, not even touching the line.
Vogt now looking to do the same thing she did on the last occasion. This one gets over. It's set up into the air by Tyler. Tyler now for Smith, and Smith smacks that one into the hardwood. And Ayunde Smith, the transfer, as you mentioned, Isaiah, with a strong kill there, gets the Cardinals back on the board. 5-2 now the score. The Cards trail by 3. Cards lead so far in this game 1-0. Ayunde Smith back on the service line once again. Gets this one over. It's set up into the air to Taylor. Taylor now to Ward. Ward hits that one hard, and the Butler Bulldogs found a little life in them over that break, Isaiah. Coming into set 2, they look good. 6-2 now the score.
They sure have. I don't think anyone really expected this strong of a run by Butler, but what a start to set number 2. Ball State, if Butler gets another point or two, will probably take a timeout.
Cora Taylor serves this one over. It's set up into the air by Wolanski. That's going to be for Kendall Barnes. Barnes skip passes it over. It's saved. Now Elise Ward once again. This one's saved from the back row by Tyler. It's going to be hit over for Barnes, and Barnes is not able to keep that one in, I don't think. So that point is going to the Bulldogs, 7-2. The score, the Cards trail by 5 here in set 2. They lead 1-0 overall. Cora Taylor, the junior from Kentucky, smacks this one hard. That's too far, though, so no service ace for Taylor. The Ball State Cardinals fortunate to get that one as the Bulldogs were rolling. 7-3 now the score, and that will send the senior setter, Megan Wolanski, back to the service line. Wolanski so far today been pretty good back there. No service errors, no service aces either, but she's been consistent. Now it's going to get over to Cherry. Cherry to Taylor. Now it's up in the middle for Ebo. Ebo smacks it over, but it's saved by Wolanski. Over to Madison Buckley. Buckley tries to get it over, cannot. Now the freshman Ledbetter sets it up for Barnes on the opposite side. That's saved once again by the libero from the Bulldogs as Elise Ward is going to try to get this one, but it'll go out too far to the left and past the left sideline. So the Ball State Cardinals will take the point. 7-4 now is the Butler lead.
Finally, some momentum for Ball State. Sometimes all you need is that service error by Butler to get the serve back and start making some points.
Megan Wolanski, second service in a row here. Puts her hand in the air and gets this one over. It's set up by Ward. Ward to Taylor. Cross court to Ebo. Ebo now gets that over. Free ball. Now it's going to go to Cameron Wise, and Wise is going to get her first kill here in set number 2. The Wapahani High School player, Cameron Wise, is going to get the point. 7-5 now is the score. 2 kills in a row for the Cardinals, looking to keep this one going. As it's served over by Wolanski, and a mistake there from the sophomore. First time we've said she's made a mistake all day. Elise Ward with the error.
That's 4 straight points for the Cardinals, and yeah, just a receiving error there. Looks to bump it up and send it into the stands.
7-6 the score. Still back doing the serving is Megan Wolanski. The Cardinals now only trailed by 1. It's set up in the air by Cherry. Now it's going to go cross court to Ward, and it looks like using her body there was Megan Wolanski to save that. Well done by the setter. Now it's going to go up opposite for Madison Buckley. Buckley hits it with her right hand, but it looks like it hit the antenna, Isaiah.
Oh, I don't think it did. I think the Butler player hit the antenna.
The Butler player, so that point is going to go to the Cardinals. 7-7 is the score. I thought that Madison Buckley hit the antenna, but they're going to say that one was off of the hands of, I believe that's Leia Ebo, so the Cardinals will take the point.
Well, even if it wasn't, just her hitting the antenna would be a point. I think that's what they call it, a net violation.
7-7 now the score. You can tell Butler does not agree with that. Kyle Shondell having some words with the officials. And we'll see what their opinion is. It's going to stay 7-7 as we're back underway. Megan Wolanski still at the service line. 3 straight points here for the Cardinals. Wolanski gets it over. Bumped up by Elise Ward. Over to Taylor. Cross the court. And that is going to be off the hands of number 18, Destiny Cherry. So no point there for the Bulldogs. Megan Wolanski will stay at the service line. And the Cardinals now retake the advantage here in set number 2. They lead 8-7, 1-0 total here in the match. Wolanski gets it over once again. Cross court, this is Taylor. Taylor sets for Ward, who went opposite side there. And a pot shot there from Elise Ward. And the Butler Bulldogs knotted up at 8. 8-8 now is the score here in set number 2. A lot more competitive so far in this set, Isaiah.
Yeah, that ends the 6-0 scoring run. 5 of those, of course, with Wolanski serving. But Buckley, I'm surprised she couldn't get to that one. I really thought she had it.
This one is bumped over now, and Carson Tyler sets it up. Wolanski to Wise. Wise with the kill. Great job there from Cameron Wise. And once again, you talked about how Griffin's doing a story on her. Megan Wolanski's been fantastic so far in this one. 9-8 now is the score. The Cardinals regain the lead here in set 2. Back on the service line now will be the sophomore Kendall Barnes. Barnes gets it over. Bumped up into the air. It's going to go for the cross side to Ward once again, and that's going to be actually Vogt. And Asha Vogt will, actually that's Marsh rather. Sorry about that. That's another attacking error for the Bulldogs. 10-8 now is the Ball State lead as Marsh was not able to get that one over the net. Kendall Barnes continues at the service line. Bumped up into the air, and now it's Taylor. Taylor cross court, and that's a great looking hit right there from Leia Ebo. Ebo smacks that one to the floor, and the Bulldogs now only trail by 1, 10-9, the Ball State advantage here in set 2.
Well, we saw that fast start for the Bulldogs in set 1, and then even more so now in set 2. I keep waiting for Ball State to pull away, but so far they haven't, just 10-9.
Now at the service line is Jersey Lawyer. Lawyer gets this one over. Set up for Madison Buckley by Wolanski, but that one's blocked. Back over to Ledbetter, back to Buckley. Buckley, can she keep it in? Yes, she can. Madison Buckley gets the kill, and the Ball State Cardinals take a 2-point advantage once again, 11-9, and it looks like head coach Kyle Shondell is going to challenge that one, and the referees are going to take a look.
I'd love if we got a look. Can't count on that, of course, on the video board here at Hinkle Fieldhouse. But as soon as Shondell saw that one, he had a really close look at it. He immediately reached for his green challenge card, and that tells me he had some confidence that this one's going to get overturned.
Well, you know, and Isaiah, a couple of times today, Kyle Shondell has looked pretty perturbed, I would say, about some of the calls. Not that the officials are doing a bad job, but obviously when calls don't go your way, you're going to feel a certain way about it. So they've had a couple not go their way. He's seen enough. He's going to go ahead and throw the green card out here and challenge this one. But so far in set number 2, been a lot more competitive. Who are you liking from Butler?
Oh, from Butler? Well, yeah, very competitive overall, but Elise Ward, I mean, we've said her name so many times, but she has just been running this offense, not in a literal sense, as, of course, that would be Cora Taylor, but Ward, 7 kills, nearly one under half of the team's 15 kills on the game. In fact, half under that, and so 7 kills, just 3 attacking errors. She has looked absolutely phenomenal, and sure, only a .250 hitting percentage, but considering how many balls go to her, how obvious it can be that the ball's going to go to her, that's actually quite good for Ward.
And since we have time here with this challenge, obviously the Ball State Cardinals took set number 1, 25-14, and then in set number 2, the score right now is 11-9. They are looking at the last play. Let's talk a little bit about Kyle Shondell, though. I mentioned that this one meant a little bit more for him. His grandfather, Don Shondell, is known all around Ball State. He was the man who started Ball State men's volleyball and Ball State women's volleyball. He helped co-found the MIVA, which is the conference that the men's team still plays in today. They have a practice facility named after him. So this one is a little bit personal here for Kyle Shondell, and it looks like he got that challenge right as they're going to change that point back over to Butler. So 11-10 is now the score, and a good bit of coaching there from head coach Kyle Shondell in his second season with the Bulldogs.
In fact, it's going to be tied at 10, Evan. They hadn't taken the 11 off the scoreboard yet.
You're exactly
so
right.
A tie ball game here in Hinkle.
You're right, Isaiah. It's 10-10 now as they take the 11 off the scoreboard for the Cardinals. Jersey Lawyer doing the serving. Bumped up by Ledbetter. Now it's over to Wolanski. Back over to Carson Tyler. Tyler with the skip pass. Blocked down by Cameron Wise. Back over cross court. And it looks like Ebo is able to get that. Leia Ebo smacks that one to the hardwood. And Butler takes their advantage, takes a 1-point advantage back here in set number 2. 11-10 the score.
With that 6-0 run by Wolanski, it really didn't feel like Butler was going to come back, but here we are.
Jersey Lawyer here, still on the service line. The freshman from Fort Wayne, Indiana, gets it over. Cam Wise bump set. Now with cross course, Carson Tyler slams that one, but it's saved by Butler. Free ball back over. Set up by Wolanski. Cameron Wise knocks that one to the ground, and she kept it. No, she didn't. The initial call was she kept it in. They're going to say it went out, so Cameron Wise isn't going to get the kill. 12-10 now. Butler takes a 2-point advantage.
Well, Evan, that might be the dig of the game by Jersey Lawyer right there. She averages just under 3%, and I can't believe she got to that one all the way on the ground, nearly touching the ground with her wrists.
The freshman libero serves it back over, and Carson Tyler, the opposite hitter for the Cardinals, is going to get the kill. Well done there by the freshman. The Cardinals back on the board, and a good bit of hitting, though, there from Jersey Lawyer. She had two different she got to serve a couple of times there, and as you mentioned, she did a great job with those digs, but now the serve goes back over to Ball State. 12-11 the score, and this is going to be a service ace on the other side of things for the other freshman libero. This one, though, was for the Ball State Cardinals. That's number 12, Sophie Ledbetter, who will get the point. 12-12 now is the score, all knotted up here in set 2. The Ball State Cardinals lead 1-0. Ledbetter gets it over once again. Set up in the air by Cora Taylor. Now cross court to Abby Marsh. This one's going to get blocked back over, though, to Wolanski. Now set up by Ledbetter. Cross court, that's going to go over to Tyler once again. She free balls it over. Set up by Taylor. Now they're going to get it over once again, and this is just going to go back and forth. Madison Buckley is going to get the hit, and then eventually it'll be Cora Taylor who will deliver the blow, and the Ball State Cardinals will get the kill. 13-12 now. They retake a 1-point advantage here in set 2. Sophie Ledbetter serves it over. Set up into the air by Taylor. Cross court, this is to Ebo. Ebo hits it over with her hands. That's a soft pass. Now it's going to go to Smith. Smith is going to be blocked by Bogus, and that is going to be a point for Grace Bogus with the block. She's 6'4", she's 6'3", actually, from Greenwood, Indiana. She has a lot of height there. She showed it once again. Second block so far of the match. First here of set number 2. 13-13 now is the score. The Bulldogs get this one over. Set up into the air by Tyler. Now it's going to be Wolanski. Wolanski passes it back to Tyler, and Tyler's going to get the kill with a lot of power there. Carson Tyler, point 14 of set 2 for the Cardinals, and a 1-point advantage right back their way. As now heading to the service line will be number 4, and the smallest player on this team, the 5'3" libero, Paige Busick. Busick with the serve, gets it over. It's saved by Lawyer. Lawyer now over to Bogus. Bogus is going to free ball it with one hand. That's going to go off the antenna, I believe, so the Cardinals will take the point. 15-13 now, Ball State leads.
Cardinals finally getting some momentum, silencing this crowd. That could be huge in a ruckus environment like this one.
15-13 now is the score. Another service ace here for the young, that's actually for Paige Busick. That will be service ace number 1 on the season for her, and there'll be timeout for the Butler Bulldogs. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the rest of set number 2, 15-13. The Ball State Cardinals lead 1-0.
This is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
And welcome back here to historic Hinkle Fieldhouse. The Ball State Cardinals taking on the Butler Bulldogs here on the road. 16-13 is the score here in set number 2. The Cardinals lead. Paige Busick back at the service line. So far in this one, the Cardinals have looked good. There's been a couple of calls that both sides have had to take a look at, but the Cardinals have looked pretty good overall, which continues their trend on the season. They've had a strong start. Paige Busick now on the service line. Gets this one over. It's going to be set up in the air for Lawyer. Lawyer, not a very good set, but saved well there by the Bulldogs. Wolanski, cross court, back to Carson Tyler, and Tyler gets another kill. The freshman is having the best game of her young season. 8 kills already here in the match. Carson Tyler delivering for the Cardinals. 17-13 the score now in set 2. Busick on the line. Gets this one over, and that's a service ace, the second for Busick so far in the last 3 serves. She's doing a great job back there. The Cardinals now lead by 5, 18-13 here in set 2. Busick looking to rinse and repeat here as she's able to get this one over. This is going to be bumped up into the air by Ward. Saved and then free-balled over by Taylor. Now it's going to go to Wolanski. Wolanski to Iunde Smith. That one's going to barely stay in, and Iunde Smith is going to get the kill. Well done there by the grad transfer.
That's 6 in a row for Ball State. Another big scoring run. This has been a match of runs, uncommon in volleyball, considering the serving team's less likely to get the point.
19-13. Taylor saves it. Now it's set over to Ward. Ward has it knocked up in the air by Iunde Smith. Now opposite side, it's Carson Tyler once again, and it's Carson Tyler delivering once again. Kill number 9 for the freshman. She's playing so well, and Paige Busick will stay at the service line. 20-13 now, 5 points away from taking set 2 are the Cardinals. They lead by 7. Busick stays back at the service line. Her serve is a good one, just barely gets over the net. Taylor sets it up cross court and then fakes it, does the overpass. Now Cam Wise is blocked at the net, but it looks like it's going to be a net violation there. I believe that was on number 6, Asha Vogt. So the Cardinals will get the point off of the net violation. So 21-13 now the Cards are leading. And a timeout for the Bulldogs as head coach Shondell has seen enough. So far, Isaiah, in set number 2, the Bulldogs are able to keep it close through both sets in the early points, and then all of a sudden the Cards just kind of take away. What are you seeing there? Why is Ball State able to do that?
Yeah, barring a big Butler comeback near the end, I feel like Butler just, I don't want to discredit them because they've played with a lot of energy, but I feel like they've just gotten a lot of more lucky points early on. I mean, in volleyball, there's going to be a lot of luck ones where someone barely taps it or it barely hits off of somebody. And I feel like Butler just sort of got the advantage early in both sets, and now it's starting to even out with Ball State really showing they're the superior team. I mean, I might regret saying that. We'll see if there's a comeback here. I don't want to do the announcer's jinx, but I really, though, Evan, I've got to talk about Megan Wolanski a little bit more. I mean, it's hard to quantify just how good these passes are, because when it's a good pass, you don't notice it. You just see the big spike, and her passes have been nothing but perfect. Some of the best passing I have seen. But you don't have to believe me, because I'm just using my eyes. You can use stats as well. Of course, you're just going to have a lot of assists, so that doesn't mean anything. But look what else she's doing. 6 digs on the game. She also had a service ace. But how about those 6 digs leading the team? And I talked about the Ball State player, Sophie Ledbetter, who was averaging 4 2/3 digs per game. She only has 2 today, and so Wolanski is taking over that duty in this one.
And as we come out of the timeout, we see a new sub here for the Cardinals, someone we haven't seen so far in this one. Katie Eganoff will come into the match. 21-13, the Ball State Cardinals lead 1-0, and they have the lead here in set number 2. Paige Busick still at the service line, gets this one over, almost another ace, but a great save there from the libero. Now we see Lawyer after the save. It's going to go back to the Cardinals. Now Sophie Ledbetter bumps it up, and it's going to go cross court. That's number 9, Eganoff. Eganoff has that one bumped up in the air. Now Kendall Barnes will save it again. Now Wolanski tries to free ball it over. Now Allende Smith will be able to free ball it over, but that looks like a violation against the Cardinals. So Butler finally able to stop this run from the Cardinals, able to stop the bleeding. 21-14 now. Butler only trails by 7 instead of 8.
Well, we had this score last set, but yeah, a carry violation there on Ball State.
Now it's served over. Busick into the air. Wolanski runs over to set. It's going to go over to Eganoff. Eganoff with a good-looking hit there, and it's going to be the first kill of the game for Katie Eganoff. And well done there by number 9, the junior from Greenwood, Indiana, will get her first kill in this crosstown rivalry. And the Ball State Cardinals will retake an 8-point advantage here in set 2. 22-14 the score. Eganoff will now also head back to the service line, getting some instruction from her head coach, Kelly Miller-Phillips, in her 9th season here at Ball State. Eganoff now serves this one over, set up into the air, and then set once again by the Bulldogs. This is a good-looking smack there from Vogt, but it's saved by the Sophie Ledbetter, and then it's killed back to the ground by Kendall Barnes. What a play there, and what a dig from number 12. The freshman from Fishers is playing very well in front of her home crowd. The libero did a great job digging that one up, and then Kendall Barnes took advantage.
Ball State with 9 of the past 10 points. Let's see if they can finish it off. They need 2 more points to end the set.
22-14 is the score here. Eganoff will get this one over. Set up into the air for Taylor. Taylor now going to go to Bogus. Bogus has that one fly off the hands of, I believe that was, I think it was Lindsey Green who just checked in. So the Butler Bulldogs will get their 15th point here in set number 2. They still trail, though, as the Ball State Cardinals lead 23-15. It's a 1-0 set advantage here for the Cards. Now heading to the service line are the Bulldogs. This one's served over and set by Lindsey Green. Now Allende Smith is going to get the kill off of a great set from her teammate Lindsey Green. What an assist there for the sophomore who just checked in from Loveland, Ohio, Lindsey Green. The Cardinals will retake possession of the service line, as it looks like they're going to sub in Reese Baker from Selma, Indiana, to go back there and do the serving. This is match point now as the score is 24-15. Reese Baker looks to get it done here in set number 2. Baker waves her hand in the air and lets it go. This one is bumped up by Lawyer. Lawyer now to Taylor. Taylor cross court to Ward. Ward is going to get the kill and keep the Butler Bulldogs alive here in set number 2. That was a fantastic sequence of events there for the Bulldogs. Good dig, good set, good kill.
Well, a good one there, but it's going to take a lot more than that for Butler to have a chance at winning this set. They now have 8 set points to the Ball State Cardinals, so Butler needs to get the next 8 points. They've gotten the first one.
Now the setter, Taylor, will serve it over for the Bulldogs. It'll go cross-court to Barnes. Barnes almost got it done, but it's saved by the Bulldogs. Free ball back over to Ledbetter. Ledbetter to Lindsey Green, and Lindsey Green will finish out here in set number 2 with a little bit of deception, able to get that one to fall to the hardwood, and the Ball State Cardinals will take set number 2, 25-16. Don't go anywhere as the Ball State Cardinals look to see if they can claim a sweep here against the Bulldogs. It's 2-0. We got 5-minute break, and then we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
For the best stories, access, and coverage of Ball State sports, follow SportsLink on social media platforms Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Search @BSU SportsLink.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is SportsLink Digital.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
And welcome back to Hinkle Fieldhouse as the Ball State Cardinals travel down about an hour south to take on the Butler Bulldogs. The Cardinals lead this match so far 2-0 as they are looking for a sweep. But Isaiah, we talked about it a little bit earlier. This game's a little bit special for Butler head coach Kyle Shondell. The Shondell name carries a lot of weight at Ball State University. That man created the Ball State women's and men's volleyball teams. He helped co-found the MIVA. He basically put volleyball on the map in Muncie, Indiana, and really helped create what Ball State volleyball is today now, which is a women's team and a men's team that both have had a lot of success. So for Kyle Shondell, this is a pretty special opportunity to play your grandfather's old team and to see what you can do against them. Now, the Cardinals are looking like a team that have a lot of history, though, as they're playing really well so far in this one. So far through 2 sets, Isaiah, what do you like so far from the Cardinals? What do you think they could clean up? Do they look as good as you thought they would? What are you seeing?
Well, for cleaning up wise, I'll start with the negative. Ball State needs to be a little bit better at noticing the tricky plays from Butler. I mentioned it earlier, but those skip passes have been Butler's best source of offense. I can't think of one that didn't work for Butler. There's probably one or two, but regardless, it just looks so. Ball State's looked so fundamental overall, but then when Butler gets into some deception, not doing what you expect them to do, maybe go to the opposite hitter, I should say, that's when Ball State has struggled just a little bit. And I'd like to see Ball State clean that up a bit.
Yeah, and we have an interesting situation going on here as the clock has run out, but the Butler Bulldogs are still in the locker room, but now they arrive to the court. But so far through the first 2 sets, the Ball State Cardinals took set number 1 25-14. They claimed set number 2 25-16. There's been a couple of really good players, though, for the Bulldogs that have shined, and I would say Grace Bogus and Elise Ward were definitely those two.
That must have been quite the speech from Kyle Shondell, but absolutely Ward. You talked about it with the 8 kills. Sorry, who was the other player you said?
Oh, no worries. Grace Bogus, the 6'3" senior.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the stats may not show it quite as much, but I guess the blocks do. The blocks show it for sure. 3 blocks. She leads the team with hitting percentage at 400. 3 kills, just 1 attack error in her 5 attempts. So when she gets the ball, she does good things with it, and is really does exactly what you want in a middle blocker.
Yeah, and it looks like an emphasis has definitely been placed for both of these coaches, Kelly Miller-Phillips for the Cardinals and also for the Bulldogs, Kyle Shundell. Both of them are looking to play some of their young freshmen quite a bit. We've seen the freshman libero on both sides. We've seen a lot of Jersey Lawyer, and we've also seen a lot of Sophie Ledbetter from the Cardinals, so that's been exciting to watch. And then Carson Tyler's had a real coming out party in this game. She already had 79 kills coming into this one, but she has been fantastic so far. Already 9 kills in the match through the first 2 sets, so she's been really good. As we'll see a new libero now come on for the Bulldogs. It'll be the freshman from Carmel, Indiana, Lauren Evans. Getting ready here to start set number 3, just waiting for word from the officials. Doing the serving for the Cardinals will be their senior setter, Megan Wolanski. Wolanski's out there with Madison Buckley, Cameron Wise, and Sophie Ledbetter, as well as Kendall Barnes. And Carson Tyler. As we now are getting word from the officials, the whistle will blow, and we will start set number 3. The Cardinals looking for the sweep. Serve is over. Lauren Evans sets it. Not a very good set, though, as that one's going to go right into the net. So that'll be an error there for the Bulldogs, and the Cardinals will start off set number 3 with a 1-0 lead.
Not quite an ace, as they did have control of that, but just barely. Great start for Ball State.
Looking for another serve here from Wolanski. Whistle blows, and Wolanski puts her hand in the air. 2-0 the Cardinals lead. Should be 1-0. I think somebody put the wrong number on the scores thing there.
Agree.
As now it's going to go out of bounds off of the Bulldogs. So that'll be another point for the Cardinals. It'll be 2-0.
It says 3-0 now, so either we missed something or the scoreboard is
I believe
incorrect.
the scoreboard's wrong, but we'll go with what it says. So 3-0 here from Hinkle Fieldhouse as Ball State leads. Served over by Wolanski, and that will be a service ace as that one just falls to the floor off the hands of Elila Tolliver. And I believe there was a penalty, Isaiah, for not coming out of the locker room on time, a delay of game, I think. So it's 4-0, I believe, due to that. Or somebody has it wrong, but I don't think it is wrong because we don't see any protests from Butler. So 4-0 is the official score. That will be a service error from Wolanski, the ace the previous attempt. That one is an error. And now we see heading to the service line for the Bulldogs is Elise Ward here in set number 3. 4-1, the Cardinals lead. Ward on the far left part of the court will go with the serve. This one will be over. It'll be hit up in the air by Tyler. Wolanski sets. Cameron Wise strikes, and that one is saved very well there by Lawyer. Now it's going to be free balled back over, set by Tyler, and it's going to go to Cameron Wise, and that's right off the hands of Lawyer. Cameron Wise hit that one with some real power.
Right into an ESPN Plus cameraman as well, or whatever. I guess I'm not sure what network this is on, but going back, if that was a delay of game penalty, that seems really funny considering they took about a minute and a half to decide that was the penalty. So it feels like the officials might have delayed the game even more than Butler.
5-1 now the score as Kendall Barnes delivers the serve. Gets blocked at the service net there by Wise. Now it's going to be hit over, free-balled, and set in the air by Sophie Ledbetter. Cross court to Carson Tyler, and Carson Tyler is going to get yet another kill as that one deflected off a Butler player. So the Ball State Cardinals now lead by 5 here in set number 3. 6-1 is their advantage.
They actually did consider that first serve that I said was not an ace. They did call it an ace for Wolanski. So Wolanski with 2 aces in her first 3 serves of the set.
Now cross court, it's going to go over to Vogt, and Asha Vogt was going to get the kill. A much needed bit of energy there for the Butler Bulldogs as they get point number 2 here in set number 3. The Cardinals still lead this one 6-2. They lead the match 2-0. Now heading back over to the service line is number 6, Asha Vogt. Vogt gets the whistle, puts her hand in the air, and is getting ready to deliver the serve. This one will clear the net and go over to Ledbetter. Ledbetter sets it. Now Wolanski opposite side looking for Carson Tyler there, but Carson Tyler just mistimed her jump. So an attacking error there from the Cardinals, and the Butler Bulldogs won't be complaining about that one as they have the Cardinals lead. It's 6-3 now. The Bulldogs need 3 more to tie it up. Vogt gets this one over. It's set up by Ledbetter. Now it's set from Wolanski over cross court to Madison Buckley. Buckley will take the kill as that one was off of the hands of Jersey Lawyer. So the Ball State Cardinals now lead 7-3.
I initially thought that on that attacking error for Ball State, Wolanski may have hit it a bit high, and regardless of whether she did, I think you're right, though, that it was also a mistimed attack by Ball State.
7-3 here. Sophie Ledbetter with the service error as she cannot clear the net. And the Ball State Cardinals only lead by 3 now. 4-7 is the deficit that Butler is facing. As back to the service line is number 12, Riley Tam, the junior from Gainesville, Florida. This one clears and gets over the net. Now it's set up by Wolanski. Opposite side to Madison Buckley. Reset, and now Ledbetter with the bump set. It's going to go to Carson Tyler. Tyler hits it hard. Great save by Lawyer. Free balled over by Vogt. Now it's going to be set up once again. Carson Tyler with the kill attempt. Blocked at the line by Bogus. Now free balled over by Ayunde Smith. Set up cross court. Vogt gets it, but it's saved by Buckley. Right back to Buckley, who's just going to hit it over with an overpass. Now it's cross side again. And that's a Vogt. Now it's bump set once again, and it's going to go back to Buckley. Buckley free balls it, and with a light touch, gets it done. Madison Buckley will get the kill, and the Ball State Cardinals win a tough earned point there. 8-4 now the score here in set 3.
This has been different than the first 2 sets. Ball State actually taking control early on. It's far from over at 8-4, but encouraging to see Ball State kind of push on the gas pedal to start the set.
Back at the service line for the Cards is Paige Busick. She gets this one over. It's set by Taylor. It's over to Bogus. Bogus with a lot of power, but a great dig there by the libero for the Cardinals, but a net infraction will be called on the Cards. So 8-5 now is the score, and Butler will take that point.
I thought that might have been a carry there, but you might be right. She might have hit the net.
Looks like I think Grace Bogus just got caught with the net violation there, as now back on the service line is Vogt. Free balled over, and a really good play there off the serve. That was Carson Tyler able to catch the defense for the Bulldogs lacking. 2 hands there, and that was actually the setter, Wolanski. So Wolanski will be attributed with that point. The Cards retake a 4-point advantage. Carson Tyler will go back to the service line. And here in set number 3 with the 2-set advantage, the Cards lead 9-5. Lauren Evans, bump set, over to Taylor, cross court, Ward, blocked right back down by Ayunde Smith. And once again, the Black Queen, as we're going to have to start calling her, takes the point for the Cards, and they take a 5-point advantage here in set 3. 10-5 now the score. Tyler gets this one barely over the net. The libero, Evans, gets it up. Now it's Bogus. Bogus hits it over with a little bit of power. Wolanski sets it for Kendall Barnes. Barnes with her left hand able to get it over. Now Barnes tries to block it. Good save there by Carson Tyler. Able to free ball it over is Wolanski. And then an attacking error there from, it looks like, number 12 from Gainesville, Florida, Riley Tam, with a miscommunication.
I got a ball
with Laya Ibu. 11-5 now is the score for the Cardinals. They lead set number 3. That is a service error from Carson Tyler, so 11-6 now will be the score. Back at the line will be Lauren Evans for the Butler Bulldogs. She's been pretty good serving so far this season. She has 15 aces and only 7 errors. The freshman from Carmel, Indiana, has an ace and an error so far this evening. She's able to get this one over the net, and that's going to be another service ace for the freshman. That's her favorite thing to do. She's excellent back there on the service line. She's actually the daughter of former Indiana Hoosier and 1996 Big Ten MVP Brian Evans. So good genetics run in that family as she's able to get this one over again. Now set up far side, Kendall Barnes. Barnes smacks it to the floor, and Kendall Barnes retakes control here for the Cardinals. 12-7 now the score in set 3.
Yeah, it's got to feel good to get that freshman Evans out of the serving position after that fantastic ace, and yeah, she leads the team, as I said earlier, a half ace per set on the season.
Ayunde Smith now travels back to the service line. She gets this one over. It's set up in the air by Lawyer. It's going to go over to number 17 for the Bulldogs. That's a kill right there. Zoe McDonald was who I was trying to say, and a great play there from Ward. So the Bulldogs will take that point. 12-8 now is the score. The Ball State Cardinals lead by 4. Back to the service line will be the junior setter, Cora Taylor, for the Bulldogs. 2-set advantage here for the Cardinals in set number 3. Good serve from Taylor, smacked over by Ward. Set up in the air by Wolanski. Kendall Barnes is able to get this one over the net, and Kendall Barnes, once again, she's done a great job so far in set number 3 at stopping these little Butler runs. She's able to stop that one right there. 13-8 now, the Ball State lead. Back to the service line is Megan Wolanski. The senior from Mason, Ohio, gets this one over. Taylor sets, far side, Ward. Ward blocked there by, looks like Madison Buckley and Cameron Wise. I don't know if it's like the NFL, Isaiah, where they give you half a sack, but both of them got a piece of that one. 14-8 after that block, and the Ball State Cardinals now lead by 6 as the Butler Bulldogs will take their first timeout here in set number 3.
Well, it's actually a lot like the NFL, but not for sacks, actually for tackles. In the NFL, you have solo tackles, you have assisted tackles, but both of those count for one total tackle. That's the same way it is for here. In fact, any player that goes up for a block in the vicinity is credited with an assisted block. It's only a solo block if they're the only player to go up for the blocks. Even if you're the only player that touches it, you still get an assisted block if a teammate also went up for it.
So, Isaiah, when you look so far at this match, Carson Tyler has really jumped out at me, at least. She has 10 kills, only 2 errors. She has a 4.4 hitting percentage. She's been fantastic. What have you seen from the freshman, and do you like her moving forward? She's a little undersized for an opposite hitter at 5'10", but she's been fantastic in this one.
Yeah, I'm really surprised to see, and honestly, even on the stat sheet, I guess I didn't realize she had that many kills. I mean, getting to double digits, again, as a freshman, this team has a bright future. Some of their most impactful players being a freshman on the season and in this game. Another really important thing to note, Megan Wolanski, you mentioned Mason, Ohio. That reminded me, Mason, Ohio, the location of Kings Island, the amusement park. Well, not Kings Island, but Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio, just got the announcement for a new roller coaster today, and it looks like a very intriguing one. Tilt coaster should be top 5 in the park.
And I got to tell you, Isaiah, there's nothing more roller coaster-esque than a season of Ball State women's volleyball, as now Wolanski will serve it over. Lauren Evans bump set over to Ebo, and Ebo will get the point. Well done there by the Butler Bulldogs, able to take care of that serve there from the Cardinals, and that will be another kill there for Leah Ebo. 14-9 now is the Ball State advantage here in set number 3. Back at the service line for the Bulldogs will be number 16, Elise Ward. From that left side of the service line, she's able to get this one over. It's set up in the air by Tyler. Now over to the opposite hitter. That's Kendall Barnes. It's blocked well, though, by Bogus. Now it's back to Barnes. And it's over to Lawyer. This one is set and delivered nicely. I got to tell you, you'd love to play for Cora Taylor. She did a great job setting up the 6'2 freshman Zoe McDonald, who's able to get the kill. And they're able to cut this Ball State lead to just 4 here in set number 3.
Yeah, Butler not going away easy. They have the momentum right now and really still have a chance.
Elise Ward gets this one over. Ledbetter sets it, but it's not a very good set as it's with an overpass. Now it's to Taylor. Taylor sets this one up for Ebo, and Ebo delivers the set with a beautiful strike to the floor. And the Butler Bulldogs have some life to them as Kelly Miller-Phillips and the Ball State Cardinals drop 2 straight there. 14-11 now is the score here in set number 3. Ward from the service line gets this one over. It's bumped up into the air and then set by Wolanski. Cameron Wise is able to smack it. It's blocked, but back over to Ledbetter. Now it's Madison Buckley. Buckley is able to get this one, and then Lawyer sets it up. Now it's over to Vogt. Back to Ledbetter for the Cardinals. Now it's cross side to Madison Buckley once again. A great save that almost hits the Jumbotron up there and then falls back down to planet Earth before being blocked once again by that duo of Madison Buckley and Cameron Wise.
I was hoping we were going to see it, because that's one of my favorite volleyball rules, is that if it does hit the Jumbotron or the ceiling, you can still play it as long as it stays on your side. So I thought we were going to see an awkward play there, but didn't quite get to it.
The Ball State Cardinals now lead 15-11 here in set number 3 as they're looking for the sweep. Kendall Barnes is serving. It's to Lauren Evans. Evans sets it up into the air. Now it's back to McDonald. McDonald free balls it over, and I think it was out of bounds. It was out of bounds, so the Ball State Cardinals will take the point. 16-11 now is the score. Kendall Barnes still at the service line.
Yeah, she tried to do a little bit too much with that free ball, went out of play.
Here in set number 3, Kendall Barnes with a good-looking serve. Good dig, though, by Lauren Evans. Now it's Ebo. Ebo is not able to get this one over the net, but it's going to be a violation on the Cardinals. I think they got Cam Wise there for a net violation.
I think so. I think she ran into the net.
I think she did as well. So it's going to be a point for the Bulldogs. 16-12 now is the score, and that will send the freshman Asha Vogt back to the service line for the 3rd time today. Now Vogt able to get this one over the net. It's set up into the. It's dug up by Tyler and then set by Wolanski. But the point will go to the Bulldogs as Wolanski's not able to get that one over the net. So it's a 17-12 lead now for the Cardinals. They lead by 5. Looks like the officials scored that point wrong. The initial point was towards the Cardinals, Then they gave it back to the Bulldogs. Then they gave it back to the Cardinals. So it's actually 17-12. And the point went to the Cardinals for a net violation, I believe. And now they're going to start play once again. Sophie Ledbetter with the serve for the Cardinals. Cora Taylor for the Bulldogs sets it up for Ebo. Ebo smacks that one off the hands of an unready Madison Buckley. And the Butler Bulldogs respond with another point. 17-13 now the score.
Wait, was it not just 16-13?
It was 16-12, and then there was a mistake by the referees. And now we're play once again, and a block once again. That's Grace Bogus, as the Butler Bulldogs get a little excited there. And 17-14 now is the score. Isaiah, to correct you, they gave one of those points to the Cardinals and not the Bulldogs. A 3-point advantage now as a run is going here for the Bulldogs. It's served over, and it's given to Madison Buckley. Buckley's able to get it over, but it's saved by Cora Taylor. She delivers it back over to Vogt, and Vogt is going to hit that one too far out of bounds. So the Cardinals are able to stop the run. 18-14 now the score here in set number 3.
Credit to this Bulldogs team. They will not quit. Still down by 4, but not one set have they seemed like they gave up at the end. I mean, they've been in it the entire time.
Paige Busick serves it over. It's set by Taylor. Taylor's blocked by Smith. Now it's going to be blocked once again there by Tyler. Wolanski sets it up for Smith, and then it's going to go to Madison Buckley, and then Carson Tyler's going to get the point, and the ball is going to fall over to me. And the Ball State Cardinals are going to take a 5-point lead, 19-14.
How about that, Evan? Each of us getting a ball in the same match. That's something.
That's pretty exciting, Isaiah. Can't ask for much more, as we're going to see a timeout here for the Bulldogs.
My only criticism is you didn't say the official SportsLink line if I got a ball. So.
I told you this. I refuse to do that.
Really?
I start my own trend. I just say,
oh, that's right. That's right. You don't like it. Okay. Well, we'll talk about that later. But in all seriousness, what a great match this has been, especially for one that's appearing to be a sweep. Overall, really, really impressive by both teams.
And it turns out there was no timeout on the stoppage here. This is a official review. It looks like they are reviewing the last point. The score is 19-14. If the point stands in favor of the Cardinals, they lead by 5 here in set 3. The first 2 sets also fell to the Cardinals, 24-14, or 25-14, and then 25-16, respectively. So here in set number 3, so far the Cardinals look pretty good, but it's gotten closer each set, Isaiah. The first set, the Cardinals won 25-14. The next set, the Cardinals won 25-16. So as long as Butler can lose each set just a little bit less every time, you'd say that's improvement.
It is, but it's not going to matter unless this turns into a best of 7 or really they need a best of 11 for that to.
I'm saying for confidence
building. I know.
I
get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But yeah, no, absolutely. That is a fair point, because feeling like you do better each set is going to give you a lot more energy going forward, which this team has plenty of. I've said that word probably too many times this broadcast, but now we're going to get the official review.
Yeah, and the point stays to the Cardinals, so the challenge is unsuccessful, and Sophie Ledbetter will head back to the service line. Actually, that's Paige Busick at the service line. Busick awaiting the official's whistle here, as it looks like Kyle Shondell is still having a word. Don't know what they're going back to the scores table here.
I guess Shondell convinced her to look at something else, which is very interesting.
He's a very convincing human, apparently, is now heading back to look at it once again as everyone awaits. It looked like they made their decision, and then they unmade it, so we'll take a look here.
It sure seemed like that, and as we see the official continue to roll through the replays here, it'll be really interesting if something else gets overturned or if they stick with the original call.
She looks back towards the court here and their other officials, so she's going to give this one another good solid look. So we'll recap some of the top performers for both teams. 12 kills for Carson Tyler, 6 for Ayunde Smith, as well as 2 blocks. Madison Buckley with 6 kills. And then on the other side of things for the Butler Bulldogs, Elise Ward leads their stat line with 9 kills, 7 kills for Laya Ebo, and then 3 kills for Abby Mash. And we talked about it before the game. Our impact players were Abby Mash for the Bulldogs, and then we talked about Anaya Kennedy, but she hasn't played in this one, so that really hasn't mattered. But for the Cardinals, at least, they've looked pretty good even without Anaya Kennedy, Isaiah. They've still looked like the better squad, as once again, for the second time in a row, we've decided that the point belongs to the Cardinals.
Shondell does look satisfied. I think he just wanted to make sure everything was checked out. I'm not sure what exactly, but Ball State point.
Paige Busick now delivers it over to Evans. Set up by Taylor and smacked to the ground by Vogt. And a great play there by the Bulldogs as they are able to take the point. 19-15 now the score. They trail 4.
Going back to what you were saying, the Ledbetter not having the same impact digs-wise, but it has been made up by other players, such as Carson Tyler as well. She has 6.
Now the serve barely gets over, and it's going to be a service ace that just barely gets over the net for Asha Vogt. A little bit of fortune there as that one just kind of skipped off the net and over to Ball State's side, as now the serve is over once again. This one is going to be an error, and the Ball State Cardinals will take this point. So 20-15 now is the score. 20-16 rather. So a 4-point advantage here in set number 3, 5 points away from a sweep here on the road. At the service line is Carson Tyler. She serves it over. Set by Evans. Now it's going to be bumped up into the air by Kendall Barnes and then smacked by Ayande Smith. It's blocked and set by Wolanski. Now Carson Tyler from the back ropes is going to get that point, as that's going to deflect off a Butler defender, and the point will go to the Cardinals.
Man, those are tough to get, the ones behind that attacking line, but when they work, they really work. I mean, it can be really tough to return them when you get a solid hit with that front spin, getting it right over the net and into the ground.
And this time, the stoppage of play is going to be a timeout by the Butler Bulldogs, but that's going to give us a little bit of time to look ahead in the schedule for the Ball State Cardinals. They're going to take on Wright State tomorrow at home. It's red out. It's autograph night in Worthen Arena. It's the first game in Muncie that's going to count on their schedule. They played an exhibition on August 24th against Indiana State, which they won, but that is not an official home game. After that, they're going to start MAC play on the road against Bowling Green, where they will play 2 straight there. And then October 4th and October 5th, they will play Central Michigan at home as well. But it's a very road-heavy schedule to start the season, Isaiah, and that can take a toll on your team. But this Cardinals team, they still look pretty fresh.
Yeah, they look fresh indeed. This will be their first official away win. They are 5-1 on neutral site games, so that's still essentially a road game, but maybe not having as hostile of a crowd. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for MAC play to get started. This is a very promising team, one that maybe didn't perform quite as well as we were hoping in the tournament last year, but one that still had a lot of talent and has arguably even more this year with all the impactful incoming players.
Yeah, and as you correctly mentioned, a lot of these games have been on neutral sites because they're tournaments and invitationals that they played in. But what I'm getting at is they have not gotten to play in front of those loud Worthen Arena fans yet, and I know that they're excited to do so as we get play back underway. 21-16 the score, and at the service line is Carson Tyler, the freshman. She gets it over, set and delivered there from Taylor over to Ward. Ward is going to get called for being out of bounds, so it's not a kill for Elise Ward. The point will go to the Cardinals. 22-16 now is the score. Carson Tyler will continue delivering the serves. Set number 3. The Cards lead 2-0. It's served over and then smacked to the ground by Elise Ward. Set by Wolanski. She delivers it to Ayande Smith. Smith free balls it over, and that's going to do it. Ayande Smith is going to get the kill, and the Ball State Cardinals now 2 points away from the sweep.
Kind of a mistake there by Lauren Evans. She had a good chance to get that one, but just kind of hit it into the middle of nowhere. Didn't get a good hand on it, and Ball State will take that point. They won 25-14, 25-16, and now could potentially have another 25-16 set in the books.
23-16, and subbing into the game is Katie Eganoff to deliver this serve. Eganoff's serve does not get over the net. That'll be a service error. So that'll be the 17th point of the game now for the Bulldogs, and that will send their ace on the season back at the service line. Lauren Evans, the freshman from Carmel, will get another chance. 23-17 the score. Lauren Evans for the Bulldogs gets this one over. It's bumped set and then blocked at the line by Wolanski. Now Ledbetter sets it up into the air, and then Kendall Barnes has a chance to smack it into the ground. She's unable to do so as that one does not clear the net. 23-18 the score.
Well, like you said, very timely for Evans to get to the line. No ace there, but now she has another chance, and
now Lauren Evans will serve this one over. This is going to be another service ace, it looks like, as the Cardinals are not able to capture it. And once again, the freshman is doing a fabulous job back there. As you mentioned, her service ace to service error ratio is pretty impeccable. She does another good job right there. 23-19 the score here in set number 3. Cards 2 points away from getting the sweep. Lauren Evans with another good serve. This one's set into the air by Wolanski. Cross to Kendall Barnes. Barnes is going to get the kill, I believe. Yes, she is. 24-19 now match point here for the Ball State Cardinals.
4 match points. That's good, but not a given, as we saw some higher amounts earlier in the first 2 sets. So Butler, like you said, improving.
Now Ayunde Smith, who has 2 service aces on the season, will head to the service line. She gets this one over, it drops. Evans is able to set it up. Now Ward with the free ball, but blocked by Cameron Wise, but it's going to go out of bounds. It will not count for the Cards. It looked like a really good play from the sophomore, but the point will go to the Butler Bulldogs. 24-20 now here in set number 3.
Tough one. Far side from our perspective. I thought that was in.
Now Cora Taylor, the junior, the setter, will head to the service line. She's barely able to get it over the net. Paige Busick sets it. It's over to Kendall Barnes. Barnes has this one smacked, but it looks like it's going to be a net violation, and the point will go to the Ball State Cardinals, and so will the game. 25-20 will be the final score here in set number 3. And Isaiah, head coach Kelly Miller-Phillips, she's got to like what she saw today.
Absolutely, she does. Now, she won't be happy that the sets got closer each time, but overall, a spirited performance the day before their opening game at home. I'm super excited to go to that one. I'll actually be shooting photos at that one for SportsLink content and social media, so that should be fun. But yeah, overall, a really, I feel like a performance that is more than just the stat sheet. I mean, they looked energized all game long. This is such a fun one to do.
Yeah, and that is going to do it for us here. It's been an exciting day here on SportsLink Digital Radio. Obviously, we had the MAC home opener earlier this afternoon, and then we had the exciting volleyball game here at Hinkle Fieldhouse. It's been a real pleasure to be on the road.
Oh, it absolutely has. What a fun way, I mean, for us to do our first broadcast of the year for both of us. I mean, we both of us worked hard all summer doing our various jobs. Shout out to Bobby and Dania at Kroger, where we were doing Kroger delivery. What a fun job that was, but also what a fun game here as we're back at Ball State broadcasting again, and a great win for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and stay tuned tomorrow. Myself, Jordan Climbs, and Lucas Thatcher will be on the call for the home opener against Wright State. But that'll wrap it up here tonight. The Ball State Cardinals are going to take home the victory in a 3-set sweep against the Butler Bulldogs. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. For Evan Stowell and Isaiah Rosner, you've been listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
This has been a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.